I'm back with a new video on how to improve your privacy settings. So I've referred few videos, that is straightforward, and one is from Theojo. So I've been out of touch with iOS for almost a decade. So I just want to refresh my memory since I have just switched to the iPhone 17 uh, last month. So yeah, there were some issues with iOS 26 while setting it up. So anyway, I just came across these videos and I found it very helpful. So I just wanted to share with everyone. So let's get started. So if you have watched my previous videos, I'll be sharing my screen using 3U AirPlay with using Apple mirroring. So you can connect it via wireless. I'll switch to full screen. So these are the settings I've used for coming from Wi-Fi. So ask to join networks is turned off. From notify, auto join, hotspot by default it is set to automatic or ask to join depending on your earlier iCloud settings. So if you're coming from older iPhones, so it is by default set to ask to join. I've changed it to never. As you can see, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi are off unless required. Let's go to app refresh. So in the past, I used to use only specific background app refresh enabled for specific apps such as WhatsApp, your messaging, other messaging apps, and YouTube, where you had important notifications that can't be missed. So in this version of iOS 26, so you have the option to set it to only Wi-Fi or set it to both Wi-Fi and mobile data. So enabling it will increase your battery usage on mobile data. So I've just switched it to Wi-Fi. So as you can see, everything is enabled. So these are the settings I have for AirPlay and continuity. I've put it at default. The only thing that is disabled is handoff because I don't have any other Mac devices. So AirDrop, I have by default, it is turned on for everybody or in contacts only, I guess, depending on your previous iCloud synchronization history. So I have it disabled because I don't have many AirDrop devices, so I don't see the point. So if you have issues with the keyboard that is specifically for iOS 26, so what I found was disabling auto correction and auto punctuation fixed a lot of issues, but there are issues with some character previews, that is typing a different key than in the preview. So I think there is still bugs that needs to be fixed. So for automatic updates, I only have automatic install for system files. So automatic download is disabled. Link to Apple Intelligence. So within ChatGPT, I don't have ChatGPT signed in. So I only have confirm request enabled. So all under a very sparse limit. So if you have Plus or Pro subscription, you can enable or sign in. Under display and brightness, I have true tone disabled, raise to wake disabled, always on disabled. I never used it, even though I had AODs supported. Standby is also disabled. So coming to camera, so I've decided to use standard. So sometimes I prefer natural preset. So natural preset is not available here. So you have to go into the camera app. So some of the preserved settings that I've keep enabled are photographic styles, portrait zoom, resolution control, and live photo. I think the rest of the things are at the default. So mirrored the front camera. Let's go to ID and Passcode. So as per the use recommendation, I've disabled everything. So except to return calls. So this is just a habit of mine. So from using Android, I just pull down the notification and then a habit of tapping on the missed call so that I return the missed calls quickly. So if you do use a reply with message, you can keep it full. So I don't use any of the other things. So it will be better if it is locked behind Face ID or passcode. So even including Siri. Next, we'll go into privacy and security. The first easy to use thing is this toggle. So for apps to request you to track, by default it is enabled, but you can toggle it off. So in the EU, as per the new rules, they might backtrack on it. So to request apps to track you, yeah, let me complete this allocation services. So I have enabled it, and so you can go into each and every app. So unless it is a map or any kind of a navigation, I don't share the location data or the precise one. So I just give it a approximate location. So this is because if you're seeing this wallet, it is missing the icon, is because Apple Pay is not supported in India. So that is the reason. So coming into system services, these are the things what Paid Forward had suggested. So keep the alerts and automation enabled. Apple Pay merchant is disabled. Compass calibration. This is helpful if you're using a map. So if you don't use it, you can just safely disable it. Emergency calls. Device management is disabled. This is only required if you are using a work phone. Otherwise, it's not required. While my iPhone is enabled by default. Home accessories. If you don't have any Apple Homes or HomePods or anything, you can just safely disable it. In-app web browsing. This is for apps or website that request location. Mobile network search. I didn't find it any helpful, so I just have disabled it. Motion calibration. This is if you're using it for workouts and want to track the motion fitness data, motion data, so that you can track your workout. So this is needed. Networking and wireless. Not sure what it does, but I've just kept it enabled. Satellite connection is also enabled. Setting time zone, I've disabled it. Share my location. If it is required, you can enable it. Otherwise, you can keep it disabled. Suggestions and search. This is mainly for Apple to track and suggest location-specific data. So system customization, I'll leave it enabled. Wi-Fi calling, not sure why it needs it, but yeah, I just kept it enabled. Significant location and routes, it is disabled. It is actually enabled by default. If you see, every toggle is enabled by default except the status bar icon. Have status bar icon enabled, you'll not see this in the top bar. You'll see a very brief history on what is using your mic, camera, or location. Related to product improvement, I always keep it disabled. Let's go back. Yeah, you can disable analytics and improvements for all the toggle. Next up is wired accessory settings. So I have changed it to always ask for new and old accessories that was connected previously. So next up is the stolen device protection. So I've enabled it and it is enabled set to always. So next is lockdown protection. You need not enable this because unless you are targeted by cybersecurity attacks or ransomware, only then I would suggest enabling lockdown mode. It's not needed. So next is transparency logs. So this just gives you a weekly report or monthly report on what you have done. So under accessibility settings, under display and text, so I have increased the contrast, enabled disable pulse width modulation, and auto brightness is set to enable as default, so I've not changed that. So only added bold text. Next up is synchronizing accessibility settings across all the iDevices through iCloud. So next is audio visual accessibility. So I've added voice isolation, headphone notification if the volume is too high. Next up is face ID and attention. So I've enabled it for everything. So under touch, I've only enabled prevent lock to end call and back tap gestures for a screenshot and activating torch. So if you have the habit to press lock button while in call, so this will actually help you not disconnect the call. So under emergency and SOS only used stock settings, so I've not made any modifications. Under iCloud settings, I have only disabled photo sync and rest of the things are actually stock settings, so I've not changed anything else. So I don't have iCloud Plus subscription. I think that is pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.